Hello again. In this video, we will learn about Boolean operators and see how they are used to create search strings that will help us quickly and easily find the articles we need. Boolean operators are the words and, or, and not that are used along with your search terms to tell a database exactly what you are looking for. It's easy to get thousands of results when searching in an article database, or too few in other cases. Using the appropriate Boolean operator will help you either narrow or expand your search so you are able to find relevant articles with minimal browsing. Let's start our exploration with a basic search in Academic Search Premier. Though you can use Boolean operators in a single search box, such as this one, you will probably find it easier to use multiple search boxes if they are available. Click on Advanced Search to use multiple boxes in this database. I'm going to do a search for law enforcement. As you can see, the database located over 48,000 article records that have something to do with law enforcement. Scrolling through the results, I can see that I would have to spend a lot of time browsing in order to find a few articles that talk about the same specific aspect of law enforcement. I need to apply Boolean operators to improve my results. This graphic helps demonstrate how each Boolean operator impacts your search. In each case, we are using the same search terms, law enforcement and Alaska, and changing only the operator in between the terms. The blue area represents the articles we will see in our results, while the white area represents what is excluded. Let's say I am interested only in looking at law enforcement in the state of Alaska. How do I tell the database that this is what I want? I use the word and. This will reduce the number of results because it only shows me records that contain both law enforcement and Alaska, making them more relevant to my topic. Returning to our basic search, I can add the word Alaska in the second box. Note that I make sure that and is selected here in the drop-down menu. I now have 87 results, a much more manageable number to browse through. Now let's go back to our graphic. What if I use the operator OR? This will show me every article about law enforcement plus every article about Alaska. So this would include articles on law enforcement in China as well as articles about commercial fishing in Alaska. Let's see what happens to our search results when I change the operator to OR. This search delivered over 78,000 hits, far more than our initial search of just law enforcement. Clearly, this is the exact opposite of what I want to do with this particular search because it greatly increased the number of results by adding thousands of irrelevant articles. However, if I am in a situation where I am not getting enough results or the results aren't quite what I'm looking for, then using OR can help a great deal. Look what happens when I change the operator back to and then manually add OR to the first box. Here I'm adding the word police. This may have been a synonym term I had on my brainstormed list, or it may have been a term that I saw on the list of subject terms over here on the left, or within the text of my results. Without police, this search provided 87 results. Now I have 245, meaning I added many potentially relevant articles. The last Boolean operator is not. If you are noticing that many of the irrelevant articles you find are using the same term, you can choose to exclude all results that contain that word. In this example, I will find articles on every aspect of law enforcement except those that mention Alaska. Look what happened when we changed our operator to not. This search gives me almost as many hits as when I just searched for law enforcement. Since it's unlikely that we would ever be interested in articles related to every location except Alaska, let's return to our and search to see a more realistic example of how we would use not. Looking through some of my top results, I saw that the word tribal appeared several times. Since tribal law enforcement is outside of my focus of research, I want to exclude these articles. In this third search box, I add not tribal to my search string. I now have 63 results that are much more likely to be relevant to my research than my previous searches. Now keep in mind that you can combine operators any number of ways to fine-tune your results. For example, I may find the best, most relevant results by adding a few more operators and terms to my search. You will often start out with a relatively simple search string, such as law enforcement in Alaska, and alter or build upon it as you view the results each search delivers. Now take what you have learned and begin exploring the use of Boolean operators in your own searches.